Mary McAuliffe is at Habima Square in Tel Aviv, where a protest on the economic situation is taking place. Mary, tell us what's happening there in Habima Square, what the message is, what you're hearing.
Yes, Calev. Well, we certainly know Israelis are not afraid to protest if they're angry about something, but they also see no reason to have fun with it. And that's what we can see here at Habima Square. It's a major protest, but it's also a party. There'll be major DJs, some of the leading DJs in Israel will be performing here today. We're going to show exactly the crowd. I'll step out of the way so our cameraman can show you that how many people have shown up here in Israel to say enough is enough. They do not support any of the proposed price hikes, even though those price hikes have been backed away from. They're still coming out here to try and put pressure on the government and try and put pressure on some of the leading food companies here in Israel. We talked to some of the people who are organizing this protest. She's due to speak in actually just a couple of minutes. She's one of the main lobbyists here in Israel who is campaigning to try and get the government to break up some of the monopolies. What they're saying, that there are 5 mega monopolies here in Israel that control all of the food industry and also the import production. And they're angry. What they're saying is Israeli food prices cost 50% more than they do here in Europe. Everybody who lives in Tel Aviv knows that this is certainly, they can feel it here. It's the most expensive city in the world. And they're here to try and get all Israelis, whether it's from the right, whether it's the left. They're saying it's not a political movement, but they want all Israelis to come together and show civic unity to say that enough is enough, put pressure on the government to do something about these increased prices and simply the high cost of living that they are feeling.
All right, well, you know, looking at these scenes, you have to think back to a decade ago when we saw similar protests out on the streets in Tel Aviv. People demanding there was more focused on housing costs. And breaking up monopolies, and there were measures taken by the government that did address the situation. But 10 years later, here we are more or less in the same juncture. And clearly, this is a problem that's going to really have to be taken and really deep in the roots of the economic structures in Israel. Mary McAuliffe there in Habima Square. At least people have a reason out to party tonight. Thank you for joining.